Reignite Relationship Program is not a counseling, and it is different from a lot of other programs that you might have heard, partake, or have or consider. And how is that different? Counseling is designed to allow you to express your emotions. It allows you to talk out your emotions, your feeling. And hopefully, by having doing so, you can find compromise either by yourself or with the partner at hand. That's what counseling is. I have a client who have told me that this is the third year that he's been in counseling. First, it begins counseling by himself because he had some issues to deal with. And then marriage became one of those, so they had to adapt a program where now he's in the counseling with his wife about their marriage. And it's been 3 years. I don't do 3 years. We don't need to talk about your problem for 3 years. We don't need to give you an opportunity to express your feelings, to talk of your emotions for 3 years. This is not about expressing your emotions, it's about transformation. And like I said, I come from a background of Christianity. So I read the Bible, I understand it, not from the letter, but from the spirit. In fact, at some point, they used to call me a new mystic because the way I broke it down. But when I realized that truth, that information, that revelation is true, is one time I remember this young man, he just, he was from Texas, a Caucasian young man, he was just from Texas. And he have seen me in this area for a period of time. Not long, but he have heard my accent, so he knew that I'm from Africa. And one day he came to me with Quran. He said, "Bro, I apologize, but can I have a minute of your time?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "We can have it." And as we're talking, he said, "Can you help me understand? Because I confirm some of the brothers, some of the people told me you're from Africa." I said, "Yes, I was born in Africa. I grew up there." He said, "Yeah, but can you help me understand this Quran here? Because we were discussing it and it seems they were beating around the bush. They were going all over the way, but I think you might be able to give me some insight." Up to that moment, I had never read Quran before. So right there, my mind said, "Oh, I've gained this insight of seeing the Bible from the spiritual point of view. Can I see the Quran in the same way?" So we opened the page and I read it, and it was like the scales came out of my eyes, and I could see vividly pictures, information, and everything about that scripture from the Quran. Never read it, never studied. And I sat down and I broke it down to that person that what is required of him, what is ordering him to do. He just received his Shahada, meaning that he converted to become a Muslim. I broke it down step by step and what the whole piece is about. Of course, it was translated in English. I can't read Quran, I mean Arabic. And he was amazed. He left excited. He went and told those people who, I mean, the mosque, the sheikh who helped him through the Shahada process. And they were asking me to come and speak into their gathering. And I said, no, 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 no. I'm thinking, I mean, it will take another level of commitment. But if anytime they have a question, they can ask me when they see me. We left it. Why that is important? Because I just want to show you that what you're going to learn here have nothing to do with counseling. It's about transforming your life, changing your life to where it's supposed to be. You, according to the Bible, can only be transformed through the renewal of the mind. And that's what this program is about. It's not about learning the hacks, the techniques, the tricks of doing this, of manipulating your spouse, or the communication skills that you get that can manipulate, can get everybody to say yes. None of that. Once you are transformed, you will perform to the level of transformation you have achieved. So, this is different from every other program you've attended. It is different from counseling. And I've said before, if you've gotten to the call, there are 5 mergers. All of them I'm borrowing from stories in the Bible, bringing it up, breaking it down, what it means to you, and how do you apply, how do you measure that if there's progress. I hope that makes sense.